My name's Jay here at Thompson BMW. Today we're going to talk about a couple of common questions I have received while working here on people's vehicles and just go over a couple of interesting things I think will benefit you and make your driving more seamless. The first common question that I tend to get has to do with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto or just connecting your phone in general. Sometimes Apple or Android might update and they don't necessarily tell you, and then your phone might start glitching out and Apple CarPlay or Android Auto might not work. So first we're going to delete your phone from the car and the car from your Bluetooth on your phone. First thing we're going to do is make sure you're at the home menu. You can get there by tapping the home button. Then you're going to want to hit communication on the left hand side right below media. Then you'll want to go into your mobile devices. From there you tap the phone that is currently connected and then you'll just hit delete device. And then you'll see no devices connected, or the device you just had, if you have multiple, should have been removed. So now if you look at your phone, you're going to want to find your settings. From there, go to your Bluetooth, and you'll see this was BMW 97569. But from here to delete from the phone, you're going to hit the little blue eye on the right hand side. That'll take you here, and then it might be a little further down. You just want to look for forget this device. Just tap it one more time, forget device, and now it's removed. For Android, to get to your Bluetooth settings, if you're looking at your home screen, you can swipe down from the top of the screen. You can either press and hold the little Bluetooth or bow tie symbol, or you can hit the settings in the top right hand corner, but pressing and holding, you can see it takes me right to Bluetooth. And if you ever need to remove something for this, all you have to do is hit the little blue gear to the right of whatever you need to disconnect. So you can see my Galaxy Watch here. I'll hit the blue setting, and then you can just hit unpair. Once you have deleted the devices from your phone and the phone from the car, you can go back to the home menu. You see the top left hand corner, I'll hit the little home. Now from here, we're going to update the apps in the car. So you're going to want to go to apps, the little globe in the bottom left hand corner. You want to be in this side menu where it says installed apps, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, BMW Store. Then you'll hit option below your dial and update apps and services. You'll see it'll say transferring data. Once it's complete, it'll say apps and services updated. Now we can go ahead and do a reset to the BMW system, which is just holding the volume knob for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, the screen will go black. Once it goes black, you can let go of the button and it'll restart itself. Then you'll go back to the home menu. Once here, we will now repair your phone. And we're going to go to the communications section again. Then mobile devices. In the top right hand corner, you'll see add new device or plus new device. Go ahead and tap that and then hit phone calls and audio. And then you can see it's scanning for devices nearby. You'll see it actually found the phone that I'm trying to pair currently. So right now it's an iPhone. I'll tap that. It'll just give you a code to check off. Then on your screen, you'll notice it'll say, do you want to continue in iDrive or use Apple CarPlay? We'll tap Apple CarPlay. Hopefully this fixed any issues you had or helps you pair your new phone to your car. If you want more in-depth information on Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you can check out our other videos in our YouTube channel. The second common question that I tend to get has to do with the drive mode buttons here underneath your start stop button. So you have 3 different driving modes. You have Sport, Comfort, and Eco Pro. For the first driving mode, from the top, you have Sport. What Sport is it gives you a more sporty feel when you're driving. The exhaust is a little bit louder because it opens up the extra flap, and you can accelerate a lot quicker because the transmission is in sport mode, revving out a little higher. You'll notice when you hit sport, you will have 3 different options depending on your car. This one you have standard, individual, configure individual. You can configure your individual if you feel that you don't want the sporty steering or sporty transmission and you just want to hear the engine a little more. If you hit configure individual, you can change steering and transmission to comfort. Now you'll just have your regular steering, regular transmission shifting, but the engine will still be a little wide open and allow you to hear the exhaust a little more. For your other drive mode, you have Eco Pro or Eco Pro. The premise on Eco Pro is for gas saving. Your acceleration is not as quick, so it's definitely great for long trips that you might be taking. Once again, you have standard and individual. You can also configure the individual as well. You'll see you have Eco Pro speed. It'll notify you when you get over 80 miles an hour that you're going a little quick. And then your third drive mode that you might see is Comfort. That is just your standard driving. When you get in your car normally, that is the drive mode it defaults to. The third question that I tend to get has to do with your climate control and where the AC button is, especially in the 2, 3, and 4 series. You'll notice if you came out of an old 3 series, or if this is your first time sitting in a BMW and you're not sure, the climate control is a little different. You have a menu AC button, but when you tap it, you'll notice it doesn't turn off or on the AC, but it brings you up to this menu. This is your climate control menu. Now to find the AC, you have to go to another menu, which is your heating and ventilation. So you'll notice if I scroll down and push enter in my dial, you'll see it takes you over here, and down below you can see AC. So now I'll check this off. You can see it's unchecked and AC disappeared. So now the AC is off. I can check it again. AC is back, AC is on. The fourth question has to do with the new digital clusters. They move some things around, such as where your trip information is and how to navigate through it. The way you can skip through different things on your instrument cluster is by pressing the BC button, which is on the end of your turn signal stem. So you notice if I press this top button, it'll change. It's at a seamless view of Comfort Park. This is your instant miles per gallon as well as your current miles per gallon that you're averaging. Now here's where you'll see you have the total miles on your car, which is 57, as well as your trip information. You got your sports displays for horsepower and torque. You also got G-forces, and we're back to media. And finally, I'm just gonna show you a couple of tips or tricks that I think you should know that help your driving / navigation of your iDrive system more helpful and seamless. The first thing I like to tell them about is their BMW Assistant. It's all new and more useful than ever. You can use it to change the climate temperature. You can use it to turn on your heated seat. You can use it to open your window, change the radio station, start navigation, make calls. There are 2 different ways to activate the BMW Assistant. You can tap the microphone, which is on your steering wheel, bottom right corner, or if you have the wake word activated, which you can check by going to Car, Settings, General Settings, Personal Assistant, and Voice Control. You'll see wake word, just make sure it's checked off. Then you can do, hey BMW, turn on my heated seat to level 3. And you can see my heated seat is now on to level 3. Another tip that I like to show people, we like to call them the hotkeys. Some previous owners may have saved radio stations. You can see here I have an HD channel here and an XM channel here. You can save XM, FM, AM, and that is perfectly fine. You can use those for that if you'd like. But not only that, the trick is you can actually save shortcuts to these. You can save addresses as well as people you might like to call often. So you can see here at the end, I actually saved the shortcut synchronize. So now I can unsynchronize and synchronize my climate control without actually going to the menu. I saved the AC section, which is heating and ventilation. So if I hit that, you can see it takes me right to AC. As well as I saved the destination to Thompson BMW, but you can save any destination you like. One last tip / trick that I like to tell customers about is, since you basically have a mini tablet in your car now, you can see you can have multiple pages saved to your home screen. You can actually customize these little tiles. If you ever want to edit it, you can see these 3 little boxes in the top left-hand corner here, or if you pull down the tab, it brings down the menu, adjust main menu. So if I tap that, you'll see it takes you to the screen, and now I can hit this little X to get rid of that map. I can hit the X to get rid of the media, and the X to get rid of communication. And now I can customize it to what I want. I'm gonna shrink this to give me 2 little boxes. And let's say for my main menu, I just wanna view my media. I'm gonna wanna see the weather. And then here, let's say I wanna see communication again. And for the next new widget, let's do a clock. And you can do an analog or techno. I'm gonna do techno. Once you're done editing, or if you wanna maybe change these, you just have to hit the little folder in the center of that box again. You can see it'll bring up my options once again. Once you're done editing your page, you can hit done here. So I'll hit done, and you'll see it all loaded up and it's all changed. So now I have my customized home screens. And that was just a few common questions and some tips and tricks to help with your vehicle. Feel free to give us a call or stop on by to ask any questions, or we have other videos on our YouTube channel, Thompson BMW.